Alright guys, so this video is to help you with 3-6. Today we're going to read and analyze word problems representing a linear function and connect the key attributes of a linear function model to the real world problem situation. So your do now is very important here because we're actually using real world stuff with this. So you need to match these symbols to these words. So, and you can actually visualize it and think about it. Like if I go to the store and my mom says, I need you to buy at least 7 of something, that's going to be greater than or equal to. My mom says, go to the store, you can spend no more than $20. Less than. Go to the store, I need you to buy fewer than, that would just be less than. The same as is equal. If you want to be taller than someone, that's greater than. And just below, still less than. Okay? So key features to look for represents the rate of change, y per x. That's your slope. You might see the words for each, for per. All of those things are slope. Your y-intercept represents the beginning amount. It might be like some fee, or you might even see the word initial. And then your x-intercept represents a 0. Alright, so we have a word problem here. A taxi company charges a minimum fee of $3 and then $2 for each mile driven. And I'm trying to write an equation in y equals mx plus v form. So when I'm doing this, it says $2 for each. That means that's going to be my slope. And then this one talks about a fee, and that's going to be my b. So my equation here is just y equals 2x plus 3, because I'm just putting those numbers into this spot. Okay? Not always that easy. Sometimes we have to interpret a little bit more. So here we have a submarine that's below the water surface of the ocean. Below the graph shows the function of the height of meters per minute it is rising. Okay, so we need to be able to write the linear equation from this. So again, our goal is to get y equals mx plus b if we can. So my b is my y-intercept. And my m is going to be my slope. So as I count, this is actually not a good point, so don't use that one. Rise over 1. We need to count how many we go up and how many we go over. So actually my m, I go up 350 and I go over 10. Alright, so I'm going to put that into the fraction, 350 over 10, which is going to equal the 35. Right, so my equation is y equals 35x, so that's my slope that I found, and then this is negative 700. It's my linear equation. Another option to get that point, you could have used points and put the points into a table in Desmos and did y1 squiggle. So I'm going to show you that just to review it one more time. We're going to put these 2 points into a table. Type that, and I get that 35 and then the negative 700. Okay, so my x-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis. In this case, it is 20. The meaning of that is when my submarine surfaces. My y-intercept was that negative 700, and that's the starting depth of my submarine. And then my slope, we already found it, was 35. So it was rising 35 meters per minute. And we're getting that from this right here. It says it right here. Okay? Just realized you couldn't write anything that I have, so pause this video and get all that copied. I'm so sorry, I did not realize I was still on that. So again, we had x-intercept, y-intercept, the slope. Okay, pause your video and finish that. Now we're going to go over Professor Bradford. He is packing up the books in our office to move to a new location. A small box can hold 20 books, and a large box can hold 30 books. In total, these boxes must hold at least 600 books. So go back to our warm-up. We talked about at least. Which one was that? If your mom goes to the store and you need to buy at least this many, that one's going to be this one. Okay? So I know my total needs to be at least 600. So it's the total. We're going to let X be the small books and Y be the large books. So small books are 20X and large books are 30Y. Okay, so we have this that we need to solve, and we need to get it into slope-intercept form so that way I can graph it. So I'm going to take this 20X and I'm going to move it over to the other side, and this will be 30Y is less than or equal to negative 20X plus 600. And then we'll divide everything by 30. And so my linear inequality in slope-intercept form is going to be negative 2/3 because the zeros cancel, and then plus 20. And when I go to Desmos, I can use Desmos to graph this. However, it doesn't graph it, it doesn't shade it for me, so remember I could only do that second part. And so then when I zoom out, I have this here. I put too many zeros, sorry. So my y-intercept is 20 and my x-intercept is 30. So when I go over here, and this is going to be a solid line, and it's going to be shaded below. So I have my two points that I need. I can connect these with a solid line. And then we are shaded below. So I'm going to take my pencil and shade it below. So the question says, what does the solution set represent? So since X is my small boxes, and these are my large, it is all possible combinations of small, large boxes that will carry at least 600 books. Alright guys, hopefully this video helps you. These two problems are guided practice problems. You'll work with them together in your groups, or you can get with your classmates if you missed, or with your teacher if you're absent. But these problems are in the Canvas assignment, and you're going to work some additional problems with the Canvas assignment. Hopefully this video helps.